You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. What if I told you that the exhaustion you feel at the end of the day might have nothing to do with your workload, and everything to do with the people draining your emotional batteries? These aren't just complainers or pessimists. These are emotional vampires, the ones who feed on your attention, your patience, and your peace. And here's the thing, most of the time, you don't even notice it happening until you're left feeling scattered, resentful, and strangely tired. But the Stoics had a different way of dealing with such people. They didn't just avoid them, they mastered the art of guarding their inner fortress. They knew that if you control your emotional energy, you control your life. In this video, you're going to learn proven Stoic tactics that protect your mental space, sharpen your emotional defenses, and keep your energy exactly where it belongs, with you. Stay with me until the very end, because the final tactic I'll share is the one that can transform not just your boundaries, but your entire approach to life. It's the difference between being drained and being untouchable. Number 1, recognize and set clear emotional boundaries. One of the most powerful tools you can wield against emotional drainers is the simple yet profound act of recognizing and setting clear emotional boundaries. Think of your energy like a precious resource, limited, vital, and non-renewable in the moment. The Stoics understood this. Wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Your mind and emotional state are yours to protect. No one else gets a free pass to deplete them. The first step is awareness. You need to pause and really notice when someone starts to pull at your energy. Maybe it's that constant complaining, that passive-aggressive jab, or the subtle guilt tripping. These are the warning signs. Pay attention to how your body reacts. Tight shoulders, shallow breath, irritation bubbling under the surface. That's your inner Stoic alarm going off, signaling that a boundary is being crossed. Once you can identify the moments when your energy is under attack, it's time to act. Boundaries aren't about punishing others, they're about preserving your clarity and focus. Start small. If a conversation starts to veer into negativity or manipulation, practice a mental pause. Say to yourself, "I can choose whether or not to engage in this." And then do it. You might need to physically step away, mute notifications, or even politely decline certain interactions. This is not selfishness. This is self-respect. Seneca reminds us, associate with people who are likely to improve you. That means knowing when to step back from those who do the opposite. Next, make your limits explicit. You don't need to justify yourself endlessly. A simple, calm statement works. "I'm not comfortable discussing this," or "I need some time before continuing this conversation." Clear communication is powerful. It signals that your emotional landscape is not negotiable. Practicing this consistently is like building a muscle. Each time you assert your boundary, it becomes stronger and your sense of inner control deepens. But boundaries are more than just defense. They're a form of personal cultivation. Journaling is a practical exercise here. At the end of the day, reflect. Where did my energy feel taxed? What interactions felt constructive versus draining? Over time, you'll start to see patterns and know instinctively which relationships nourish you and which deplete you. This self-knowledge transforms your emotional environment from chaos into calm. Finally, embrace the Stoic mindset that you cannot control others, only your response. By protecting your energy, you're not controlling someone else's behavior. You're managing your own mind. This mental discipline doesn't just shield you from emotional vampires. It also frees you to invest your energy where it matters, in your growth, your goals, your peace. So start today. Notice your energy, pause before reacting, clearly communicate your boundaries, and reflect daily. Each act is a tiny victory in the war for your mind. Protect it. Guard it fiercely. You deserve nothing less. Number 2, Master the art of non-reactive listening. Mastering the art of non-reactive listening is one of the most powerful tools you can wield to protect your energy. It's about showing up fully in a conversation without letting the words thrown at you control your inner state. Picture this. Someone is venting, criticizing, or trying to provoke you. The instinctive reaction is to fire back, defend yourself, or even shut down. But when you practice non-reactive listening, you step into a different space, a space of calm observation and deliberate choice. As reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Non-reactive listening starts with awareness. You have to catch yourself the moment your emotions start to stir. Maybe it's a twinge of anger, a rising urge to interrupt, or that instant defensiveness that tightens your chest. Recognize it, name it, own it. This isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about acknowledging them without letting them dictate your actions. You are the gatekeeper of your energy, and no one else gets the keys. Next, practice deliberate presence. Focus entirely on the person speaking, not on forming your rebuttal or mentally cataloging their faults. Lean into the silence that naturally occurs between their sentences. Let their words wash over you without reaction. Listen not to reply, but to understand, and more importantly, to maintain your center. When you do this consistently, you'll notice a remarkable shift. The chaos outside loses its grip over your inner calm. Stoics teach us that people often speak from their own struggles, their own frustrations, their own inner battles. By mastering non-reactive listening, you create a buffer between their turbulence and your tranquility. You no longer absorb negativity. Instead, you reflect and redirect it. The energy they try to drain from you simply bounces off because you've trained your mind to stay grounded. Practical exercises make this real. Start with a simple one. During a conversation, silently count your breaths while listening. Inhale, exhale, stay anchored in the rhythm of your own body. Notice every time your mind jumps to judgment or defense, then gently bring it back to your breath. Another exercise. Summarize what the other person said in your mind before responding. This forces you to listen fully and slows the automatic impulse to react. Over time, these small practices fortify your mental resilience. Finally, remember this. Mastering non-reactive listening isn't about becoming passive or indifferent. It's about reclaiming your autonomy. You choose when to engage, when to respond, and when to protect your energy. Every time you respond from clarity rather than impulse, you build inner strength. You embody the Stoic ideal of self-mastery in action. So start now. The next conversation that tests your patience is your training ground. Listen fully, breathe deeply, respond wisely. Guard your energy with intention, and you'll notice a profound transformation, not in the world around you, but in the fortress of your own mind. Number 3, limit exposure to draining people without guilt. You have a finite amount of energy each day. The Stoics remind us that it's not just your body or your time that matters. It's your mind, your focus, and your emotional resilience. Every interaction with someone who drains you chips away at your vitality. And here's the truth. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to your energy. You have a right, no, a responsibility to protect it. Think about this. When you step into the company of someone constantly negative, critical, or emotionally exhausting, you leave part of yourself behind. It's invisible, but you feel it, tired, irritable, maybe even anxious. Stoic philosophy teaches you to notice this and act intentionally. As Epictitus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You get to choose. You get to decide who deserves your attention and who does not. Limiting exposure doesn't mean being rude, cruel, or completely shutting people out. It means setting clear boundaries. It means protecting your mental space like a sacred garden. You can politely decline invitations, step away from conversations that pull you down, or limit the time spent with certain individuals. The key is to do it consciously, without guilt or self-judgment. Guilt is an energy leak. It diminishes your resolve and clouds your judgment. Instead, practice saying to yourself, "I am not responsible for other people's energy. I am responsible for mine." Here's a practical exercise. Imagine your energy as a reservoir. Each interaction either fills it or drains it. Start noticing the people who leave you feeling light and inspired versus those who leave you heavy and exhausted. Take note for a week. Then, make intentional adjustments. Maybe you take a short break from certain interactions. Maybe you keep conversations brief and purposeful. The more aware you become, the easier it is to preserve your energy without feeling selfish. Another Stoic tool is reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, who energized me today? Who drained me? How did I respond? This simple self-check keeps you mindful and gives you actionable insight. Over time, you'll naturally gravitate toward relationships that respect your boundaries and uplift your spirit. Remember, protecting your energy isn't avoidance, it's preparation. By conserving your strength, you are better equipped to engage meaningfully where it counts. You become like a lighthouse, steady, focused, and unshaken by storms. Limiting exposure to draining people is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of courage. It is the art of honoring your mind, your peace, and your life. So take action. Identify, adjust, and protect. Do it consistently. Let your energy be yours, controlled, and the world can't dim your light unless you allow it. Guard it fiercely, Stoic style. Number 4, focus on what's within your control. Let go of the rest. You've got to start seeing the world through a lens that's entirely your own. Every emotional vampire out there, those people who drain you with complaints, negativity, or constant demands, thrives on your reaction. They feed on the energy you give them. And the truth is, you can't control their moods, their words, or their drama. What you can control is how you respond. Reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. That's your starting point. Your energy is yours to protect. You don't owe anyone your agitation, your anxiety, or your chaos. The first step is recognizing what is actually within your sphere of control. Your thoughts, your actions, your words, your intentions, everything else, opinions of others, the twists and turns of life, even the moods of those around you, is outside of your jurisdiction. Let that sink in. Feel the relief that comes with releasing the illusion that you can steer everyone else's behavior. This doesn't make you passive, it makes you deliberate. You become the captain of your inner world. Here, how to practice it. Start small. Notice the next time someone tries to push your buttons. Pause, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this in my control? Can I change it, influence it, or fix it? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. And that's exactly where you channel your energy differently. Instead of reacting with irritation or defensiveness, respond with calm, or sometimes don't respond at all. The more you practice this, the less power external chaos holds over you. You're not ignoring life. You're prioritizing your own mental space. Another exercise is daily reflection. Each evening, write down what triggered you and separate it into 2 columns. What you could control and what you couldn't. You'll quickly notice a pattern. Most of your stress comes from things you can't touch. Seeing it laid out like this is liberating. It trains your mind to let go of unnecessary friction. Stoics called this, not apathy, freedom from being enslaved by outside forces without shutting yourself off from life. Finally, cultivate intentional action. For everything within your control, take decisive steps. Speak your truth clearly. Set boundaries firmly. Do what aligns with your values. For everything outside your control, release it fully. Don't argue, don't stew, don't obsess. Energy wasted on the uncontrollable is energy stolen from your life. You deserve to walk through your day untethered by the chaos of others, focused, resilient, and calm. So start today. Guard your energy like a fortress. Ask yourself constantly, what can I control right now? Then do it. Everything else, let it drift away like leaves on a stream. The freedom you gain is immediate, profound, and utterly within your grasp. Number 5, replenish your inner energy through daily Stoic reflection. Think of your mind as a garden. Every interaction, every thought, every fleeting emotion either nourishes it or drains it. Emotional vampires, those people or situations that sap your vitality, can leave your inner garden parched if you're not careful. But here's the secret. You hold the key to replenishing your energy, and Stoic reflection is your water, sunlight, and soil rolled into one. Start with a daily pause. Each morning, before you even touch your phone or speak to anyone, take a few quiet moments to turn inward. Ask yourself, what am I in control of today? And what thoughts or actions are truly mine? Reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Let that sink in. It's a gentle but firm reminder that external chaos doesn't have to invade your inner peace. Next, consider the flow of your energy throughout the day. Picture it as a reservoir. Each negative encounter, each unnecessary irritation is like drawing from that reservoir. Without conscious replenishment, it will run dry. This is where reflection becomes your daily top-up. Set aside a consistent time, morning, evening, or both, and review your day or your intentions. Ask yourself, where did I feel drained? Why? How did I respond? Don't judge yourself harshly. Observation is the point. Awareness alone strengthens your defenses and allows you to redirect your energy toward what truly matters. Stoic reflection isn't just mental gymnastics, it's active restoration. Try journaling for 5 minutes each morning or night. Write down 3 things that test your patience or challenge your composure. Then, beneath each, note one Stoic response you can adopt. Perhaps it's reminding yourself that someone's rudeness reveals more about them than about you. Perhaps it's seeing a frustrating situation as a chance to practice patience. With this ritual, you're not just surviving the day, you're fortifying your inner citadel. Remember, replenishing your energy is cumulative. Like building a muscle, consistency matters more than intensity. Even small moments, a brief pause, a mindful breath, a thought of gratitude, compound over time, forming an invisible armor against the drains of daily life. Epictitus teaches, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Your energy is yours to steward. Reflection ensures that what leaves your mind isn't lost. It is measured, considered, and returned with interest. Finally, embrace the rhythm. Life will always throw challenges your way, and emotional vampires will always test you. But by embedding daily Stoic reflection into your life, you create a sanctuary inside yourself, a place where clarity reigns and energy is never permanently lost. Make it a habit. Guard it fiercely. Replenish your inner reservoir daily and watch as your resilience grows. You'll move through the world with a steady, calm power, untouched by what seeks to drain you. If you've made it this far, you now hold the tools to stop emotional vampires from draining your energy, and more importantly, you know how to guard your peace like a true Stoic. The choice is now yours. Will you keep letting others dictate your inner state, or will you step into the day as the master of your own mind? Guard your energy as you would guard your life, because in many ways it is your life. When you protect your focus, your peace, and your inner fire, you create space for your highest potential to thrive. So go out there, observe, detach, and hold your ground. Be the stillness in the storm, the unshaken rock in the river. And the next time someone tries to drain you, you'll know exactly how to respond, with calm, clarity, and unshakable resolve. Stay disciplined, stay unmovable, and as always, hold the line.